green energy myths. The green energy subsidy mirage, a closer look at economic and environmental realities. Introduction to the green energy subsidy era. Over the last 2 decades, governments around the globe have funneled more than $5 trillion into subsidies for renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and biofuels, aiming to transition from fossil fuels to more sustainable alternatives. However, despite these colossal investments, the reliance on hydrocarbons for global energy needs has only slightly diminished from 86% to 84%. This discrepancy raises significant questions about the effectiveness, efficiency, and true motives behind the push for green energy. The science versus the hype, science of energy production. Renewables limitations. Wind and solar energy are lauded for their environmental benefits, but are critiqued for their intermittency, high initial investment, and the need for substantial backup from traditional energy sources. This introduces not just economic inefficiencies, but also environmental paradoxes, as the construction of solar panels or wind turbines has its ecological cost. Carbon dioxide misconceptions. There's a widespread demonization of COA, yet this compound is vital for plant life, acting as a fundamental building block for photosynthesis. The push to reduce COA to levels far below what has historically been beneficial for plant growth could have unintended consequences for agriculture and natural ecosystems. Economic implications. Subsidies and market distortion. The massive subsidies directed towards renewables have created an artificial market where these energy sources can compete. However, this often results in economic distortions, misallocation of resources, and the propping up of technologies that might not be viable without government support. Cost-benefit analysis. The actual cost of renewables, once subsidies are factored out, often reveals them to be less competitive than fossil fuels or nuclear power on a pure economic basis. This includes the hidden costs of infrastructure like grid upgrades and storage solutions. Electric vehicles, a case study in subsidized success. Market disparity. Electric vehicles, EVs, have benefited from similar financial support, yet they remain significantly more expensive than gasoline vehicles. The debate over whether EVs can stand on their own without subsidies is ongoing, with many arguing that without these financial crutches, the push for EV adoption would be far less aggressive. Infrastructure challenges. The shift to EVs also requires a massive overhaul of charging infrastructure and consideration of the increased demand on electricity grids, which currently rely heavily on fossil fuels to meet peak loads.
Political and social dimensions, climate hysteria, as a control mechanism. Some critics view the climate change narrative as a tool for governments and global entities to impose new taxes, control behavior, and redistribute wealth. This perspective sees the environmental movement less as a quest for sustainability and more as a power play. Cultural and educational influence. The indoctrination of environmentalist views in education has led to generations who view these issues through a specific ideological lens, often without the critical analysis of the underlying science or economics. Policy shifts and future prospects. Trump's return and policy implications. With Donald Trump's re-election, there's anticipation of a rollback on stringent green policies. Trump's administration is expected to focus on economic pragmatism over environmental idealism, potentially reducing or eliminating subsidies like carbon credits, which many view as economically nonsensical. Investment opportunities: hydrocarbons. As green subsidies potentially wane, hydrocarbon industries might see a resurgence in investment. Oil, gas, and coal could become attractive again as their undervaluation corrects. Nuclear power. Nuclear energy, often sidelined in the green debate, might regain interest as a clean, reliable energy source. Investments in nuclear could be poised for growth, especially with advancements in safer, more efficient reactor technologies. Conclusion: navigating towards a balanced energy future. The narrative of green energy has been one of both hope and hype. While the intention to move towards sustainability is laudable, the execution has been questioned for its economic viability and true environmental impact. As we move forward, the challenge lies in balancing technological innovation with economic reality, ensuring that energy policies are driven by science, economics, and genuine environmental stewardship rather than political agendas or hysteria. The future of energy will likely involve a more diversified portfolio, recognizing the strengths of all energy sources, including those long vilified like nuclear and hydrocarbons, in the quest for a genuinely sustainable and prosperous world.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, and like the video. Check out these other From the Other Side specials.